shoulders, like built like her dad. It's scary. She's a great performer, bro. Like she does all his move sets just like he does. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, she's definitely one of the best women wrestlers, if not the best woman wrestler in current. Yeah, she's for sure.
Is she not like blown up on social media? Because I haven't.
Oh, dude, she was big for a few years. She's definitely big within the WWE, but she's what they call a heel.
A heel?
A heel is a bad guy.
Okay.
So she's like infamous, not necessarily popular. So she's well known and she's very well respected amongst the hardcores.
Okay.
But if you're a kid, you hate her because she's
a heel.
A heel.
Okay.
You know, there's baby faces and heels. We're gonna have to like do a podcast dedicated on teaching you about the wrestling business,
about social media and wrestling business. Yeah.
About the wrestling business, because if you don't know, and we talked about this before, Puerto Rico is huge on lucha libre. So automatically, I'm huge on lucha libre because I can't help it. Like I try to walk away, but like every good heroine, it just brings me right back.
No, bro. And speaking of WWE, so right now, right before we came upstairs to start doing this for you guys, Danny made some cafecito for me, and while he was making
that you criticized,
basura. Do it again. That's good.
Do it again. It's just like shit.
He had the TV on in the background, and then it was WWE. If I'm not mistaken, it was the replay for
Monday.
Yesterday.
Monday night.
Monday. Okay.
Monday.
So I noticed that one particular individual came out of nowhere, and it was, let me say it, Moneybags.
Moneybags.
What's his name? What is it?
Moneybags.
Money in the bag.
Mr. Money in the Bank, or Mr. Beast in the Bank.
Okay. Sorry, messed it up, guys.
The reigning, defending, undisputed.
No. Don't do that.
World heavyweight box office record of the world, Brock Lesnar.
What he's trying to say that he's back in WWE.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to do this, like, be theatrical about it. But so apparently, and this is kind of insider, not insider news. It's been on ESPN. It's been on Wrestling Insider. Apparently, como dice la comay, aparente y alegadamente.
Alegadamente, that's right.
USADA, you know who USADA is, right? USADA, the United States Anti-Doping Agency.
Oh, that USADA, yes. I thought we were talking about some Asian guy. Or some girl que estaba usada.
USADA, yes. USADA flagged him while he was prepping for a fight against UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Daniel Cormier, for a tainted supplement or a failed drug test. Did not specify for what.
So he was eating cows in Mexico like Canelo?
Or taking all the Mexican supplements to get
I mean, the dude
jacked.
I mean, the dude's jacked, bro. I mean, you gotta maintain the physique.
I mean, he's a freaking Viking.
Yeah, he is.
Anyway, my point is,
he's a White Walker.
They haven't confirmed it since it happened a few weeks ago. There's a full 6-week process to come out with an official statement if he's going to. Basically, his team and his handlers backed out from the fight and unofficially retired. And I say it like this because
I say take the L, retire.
It's honestly, man, it's
because he's probably gonna get killed by Cormier. Everybody knows who he is
for sure. But here's my thing, and it's not that I want him to fight or not. I really personally don't.
Go with dignity.
Nah.
No.
If you're gonna cheat, just fucking cheat. Like, be open about it. It's like, yeah, I take everything, and then that way, when DC beats him, which we know he's a clean athlete, it's just gonna be like steroids don't help you.
Hey, and they don't check that on
they do
on wrestling,
not in WWE. Well, they do, and I'm using air quotes as in they do. They have a wellness policy.
Okay,
but does that apply to Brock Lesnar?
Obviously not.
Don't think so.
I mean, the man walks around like freaking Geodude in the Pokemon. Remember that big old rock?
Bro, this dude looks like freaking Arnold Schwarzenegger shitted him out and gave him a blonde haircut.
For real.
Anyway. So he's back in the WWE, part of the storyline. It looks like he's going to be part of the storyline for a while.
What is it again? Money bags?
Money in the bank.
Cash in my pocket? What is it?
Something like that.
Loose change in my car?
So To explain to you, this past Sunday there was a network exclusive WWE pay-per-view called...
What's the deal with that?
So, WWE has a network.
Okay.
Subscription based only, kind of like ESPN Plus, where they have, they do like overseas wrestling events on there. They do pay-per-view exclusive events on there. It's basically like ESPN Plus, but for pro wrestling. That's the best way to describe it. And it's very popular. My brother, it's very popular. Like, you don't even understand how popular it is. You're giving me this face like, who the fuck watches this? Every redneck in America, plus some Puerto Ricans and Mexicans, watch this shit. Because, us Puerto Ricans and Mexicans love our lucha libre. So...
I'll take your word for it, bro.
You don't have to believe me.
No, I do, because obviously I don't know anything.
They're the biggest. They're the biggest sports organization in the world.
That's not bigger than soccer, bro. There's no way.
They're just as big. Like, their revenue yearly, as the WWE alone, as a company, I think it's just as big or bigger than the NFL. You say no, but they do events worldwide, 365 days a year.
I'm just trying to. Super behind the scenes, I guess, because I don't.
No, not okay. So here,
I'm still surprised it's still going on.
So think about this. Think about this. They do 2 weekly shows on cable.
Okay.
Right. They do minimum of 4 house shows across the country.
What do you mean by house shows?
Like non-televised shows.
Okay.
So like they just go. Let's say they come to Dallas. They do like a small show at the Verizon Theater, right? And that's what they call a house show, where they just
sell out the arena. Basically,
they sell it out.
Okay.
They sell it out. They'll do a bunch of small
That's
shows
just
like
gravy money then.
Yes, and then then they have a developmental called NXT, which is based out of our hometown, Orlando. They film out of Full Sail, and they sell those tickets for like $20 a piece, and they sell them out every weekend.
My uncle's a maintenance manager in Full Sail, bro.
Ask him about WWE NXT.
That's crazy.
Yes, and then on top of that, dude, they travel to Europe. Like they have so many wrestlers on roster. They break them up into teams and they send them to Europe, to Australia, to Saudi Arabia, and they do major events every month. They have a pay-per-view. Like, dude, and it's ridiculous. They might not sell out the building, but they'll pack it out to the point where they're making profit.
Are you sure they don't have seat fillers,
bro? I'm sure they do.
No. I you know what? I've seen the fans. They're all. Everybody knows it's fake, whatever, but they still go, bro. They still go. They enjoy. They have a good time. And
it's theater.
They sell out, bro. They sell out. I can't deny that.
And you think about it, right? With the TV deals, with all this other stuff, with merchandise, they are probably, if you put it to what it is sports entertainment. It is scripted. Everybody at this point knows that it's scripted. They don't hide the fact that it's scripted.
Right.
But even though it's, I hate to use the word, fake, they still generate buku money in revenue. They have enough money to pay Brock Lesnar a couple mil a year. Their top superstars make north of $4 or $5 million a year. Their medium grossing, their minimum salary for just a guy that takes bumps in the ring, it's like $500,000.
Really?
Yes.
It's like being a backup quarterback,
bro. Like
backup to the backup.
Legitimately, these guys have a crazy schedule. Worse than sports. They got to be in a different city every week, sometimes multiple cities in a week with no rest. So money well earned, but still bringing in the cash.
Yeah, bro, I guess we do have to have this podcast for me to teach me some stuff, man. But that's crazy, dude. But yeah, it was cool to watch him back on the ring. I know it's been how many years since he last was aired or televised, whatever.
No, he's been at least every couple of months.
On and off.
On and off. He's what they call a part timer. They would give him like a shitty role, and he'll come in and do a big fight. But looks like the way they're gonna book him here to be part of the regular programming.
Nice. Good for him.
Yeah, hopefully.
Good rebound from MMA.
I guess. All right, so we got.
I'm gonna go right to it.
Dale.
We all have social media. You guys, I do. My wives do.
And
we
got issues.
We get messages and from extremely raunchy women.
Let's call them thotties.
Okay. I'd say 75 to 80% of those are robots.
Most likely.
But there is, I'm sure, a
The
big
occasional.
chance that, I mean, so, Daniel, your question to me was what?
Are women on IG thirst traps, or not?
Could you be a little bit more specific?
So we're not talking about your regular woman here.
Okay.
We're not talking about your wife, my wife, our friends, our female friends that we might have. I'm talking about that 1 or 2% of women on Instagram that have just a little too much followers and they show a little bit too much skin. Do you think that they're doing it for the artistry or for the atención?
I mean, a little bit of everything. I know that through social media, I mean, it's very easy for women to make money a certain way on social media. It's
Porn.
not the most holiest way.
I ain't gonna knock they hustle though.
It's not something that your mom will
Approve
tell you,
of.
go ahead and do this. That's fine.
And if she does, you might want to check it.
It's not something that you want to tell your grandma about.
Definitely not. Or
You know
tell
what
your
I mean?
pastor. Do not tell your pastor.
Or your father, because he would probably shoot himself.
Unless your father's dead. Then he just turned in his grave.
This is awkward. Look, man, social media is just, it's a tool for a lot of different things, and that does give some women the leverage to do what they want. I feel like human beings in general are attention seekers, and until the day we die, we all have this void that we all want to fill, and you know.
Here's my thing. And to echo what you said, it is an attention seeking thing. It is a clout chasing deal. It is all of the above. But to be real with you, what bothers me most about these type of women on Instagram, they'll do it under the guise of hashtag body positivity. They'll do it under the guise of, body positive, whatever, self-love. But
Right.
I get you love yourself. Right, I get it's okay to love who you are and what body you have.
In fact, I encouraged it before you even get into a relationship to love yourself first.
But when you start using that arena to promote some sort of sexual or even, look, you want to run around in a thong for my view and pleasure? Go for it. Will I tap on the like? Probably not, because if my wife sees it, I might go to date. But I'll definitely do the mental tap, the mental double tap. But it is not a good look for you. And I say that not criticizing you or criticizing women, but it's just not a good look.
I mean, those girls don't care, bro. There's
I mean, do they?
There's a lot of decent women out there. There's more decent women than there are bad women, I feel like. But I know that those.
But the
women
ones that are bad
they
are
don't care.
super loud.
They don't care, bro. They don't care. They're living life, and that's their life. Whatever you guys do on your time, it's your time, and I couldn't care less. But to answer your question, some are thirst traps, and some just want attention, and they fill that void by having thousands of little red hearts pop up on their Instagram. You know what I mean? So
I guess.
I
don't think it's worth it. I mean, don't get me wrong. Our business model
well,
is
you're
to
not a girl and you don't have a sexy body, so you don't.
Bro,
never...
I have a sexy fucking body. All right, my wife loves it.
All of it.
all it. But our even our business model is we unfortunately are seeking the likes and dislikes and the feedback from the public. But I think we're selling entertainment. We're not selling sex.
To echo what you're saying, we don't get thousands of likes.
Yet.
I like that. Yet.
Yet.
We don't get thousands
We're trying
of
to
likes.
get millions.
We don't even get hundreds of likes. Here's the deal. If we was to have a fake page ran by us and just have random girls and we just post their pictures on Instagram.
Bro, our page would go viral.
Yes. Well,
viral.
Or just like every other page has 50,000 followers of just
100,000, a couple mil.
I mean,
just every like I tell my wife.
Do they get paid though?
They can.
Really?
They can. I mean,
we have
I mean, we should do a social experiment. Just start a
fake
foot page.
What?
Yeah, dude, follow me on this. Get your Cuban business mind on this. All right. Let's recruit our wives. Nothing sexual. Just let us take pictures of their freshly manicured feet.
No.
Click. Right, and every 3 days will post a picture with a cute little